Hey there guys, it's Tony again. This time we're going to look at how we set the set and forget trap for use against possums. The set and forget trap, you can see it's quite an unusual looking design, but it's actually, this is my favourite trap for, or favourite kill trap for possums. You can see it's extremely lightweight, and actually it's not even, it's in a folded position and it folds down quite small, so you can actually carry a hell of a lot of them, because they actually stack on top of one another very well. So you can see you got, this is your kill bar here, this is the dog of the trap, and then you got your sear of the trap right there, and then you got your standard old 2mm bait hook. So when you're in this trap set, this here will be pushed down, and that there will lift up at the same time, and then this will hook over this and then into the sear and hold it open. So to do this activity, what we need is the setting tool, which is one I built, the set and forget traps cover, and then the standard other old tools, which is your ratchet for attaching these the trap to the tree, something to hammer 2 nails in with, your bait blocks, then 2 of these 8mm screws, 2 nails, and then your ramp. So I've got a ramp which is the correct size now, but it's a little bit too thin this time. So what we'll do is we're going to attach this trap to the tree. So we'll start off by attaching the ramp to the tree. If you wonder what the funny noise is, it's actually me holding the camera in my mouth, because obviously sometimes you need 2 hands. So we're going to attach a ramp to the tree on a 45-degree angle. Right, so our ramp's now attached to the tree. It's on a 45-degree angle. As for all trap sets, if you're setting traps in an area where there's weka, you don't want to use a ramp, because weka will go up the ramp and they'll get caught in the trap. So our ramp is ready to go. Now when I put the trap above the ramp, all traps, I generally, the closest part of the trap to the ramp is about 10 inches above the ramp, top of the ramp, and it's just because you want the possum to be able to sit there and then put its head up there. If it's too high, then the possum actually has to climb onto the tree. You can see actually, if you have a look at these little dots on the tree, they're actually possum marks, so the possum's actually been coming up here and sitting up on here, because they only come up as far, they don't go up any further. Yeah, so they've just been sitting up there, probably for the fun of it, or maybe it's just a lookout post before they go any further. So what we'll do is the set and forget trap has got 2 places where you screw it. So the one's being these forks at the front, one's being this loop at the back. We're going to attach the first of our screws there. So what I'll do is I'll sit you guys down. We'll attach the first of our screws into the tree. So I want that one about 10 inches above, so about there. Sweet. So our first screw is now attached. So what I'm going to do is, this trap can be set on the ground. I find it a lot easier to set it on the tree. Because I mostly set it on the tree, I'll set it on the tree. So we'll actually attach the trap into the cover first. So it's a matter of just, you can see this loop in the back of the trap will actually go through this the slot in the back of the cover. So it won't clip it in yet. There's 2 places where it clips in. We're going to sit this fork of the trap just at the base there. Then we'll get the other screw, which I almost stood on and pushed into the ground, and secure the trap properly to the tree now. Right, so the trap is now secured to the tree. It's a nice height above the top of the ramp. It's clipped on. So we'll unclip the cover off. You've got two clips that secure it there. It's very important that you don't over tighten these screws, because what you'll find is as the tree grows, you're going to have to loosen these off a couple of times a year. So we're going to get our setting tool and we're going to set the trap now. You see it went off in my hand. The thing is, I'm using my mouth to hold the camera, and it's making things a bit difficult. So the trap's now set. Now this is why you might be wondering, hang on, you haven't put the lure on the trap. I'll show you something quite neat. And the fact is that you can actually put the lure on while the trap's set, because to access this, but you gotta keep pushing in the back towards the back of the trap. And that's one thing I like about the trap, is you can rebait it while it's while it's in the set position. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, you can see there's two holes there. We're going to clip those two holes onto this part of the trap here. One done. Some of them are a bit difficult. Here we go. Now the trap is secured to the tree, it's been set. Have a look at the trap. Obviously being a quite a vicious sort of a kill trap, they're extremely powerful. Every bit as powerful as like the warrior trap. There'd be at least a 30 kilo clamping force in between the two jaws, so they're an extremely humane trap. You've got to be very careful around children, and if you're going to be sitting around children, I'd actually attach the trap, probably at least 8 foot above the ground, and just have the trap there without the ramp. So you got to be careful around children and that. So there we go, guys. That's how I set the set and forget possum trap. So I'll see you on the next one. And thanks. See it, guys.